what's good, you guys? It's Boomer and Jared watching Bali Star. Today, we're getting into Jamari. Drake is still losing. Now, Drake recently dropped, and I don't know if I should quote Joe Budden, but if you know, you know, a 3-pack of, you know what I'm saying? I mean, one song was a banger, you know what I'm saying? It's up. The other two, I didn't even bother to listen. I mean, I told y'all from previous Drake videos, man, I don't even bump Drake like that no more. You feel me? If it's not, nothing was the same and before, then, you know, yeah, nah. You feel me? I've seen clips of him rapping, you know, subliminals back to K Dot, and you know what I'm saying, addressing his other ops that also went at him, man. And people were saying like, oh, he's going for round two. I mean, he even posted something on his IG saying round two or something. Bro, how are you going to be the last song from round one and want a round two? The last song that you made after Not Like Us should have been the song to continue the feud. So the fact that you're saying that, not that you want, but just saying round two, I don't know if you want it, if you need it. The fact that you're saying it says that you lost round one. And honestly, going for a round two, it's like the first time you do it, that's the hype of it. It never happened before. Like, you know, everybody's invested. It's like, oh, snap. You feel me? Oh, shoot. This is something for the ages. But now that you want a round two, it's like, bro, the moment came, now it went. Going for round two is, it's only for like certain things. If you're a boxer, MMA fighter, basketball player, or any type of sports player. But in hip hop, bro, it's sorry. It's sorry. You know what I'm saying? And this type of caliber, it's really sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like, you couldn't just take your L. I mean, obviously, you know what I'm saying? But also, and people were talking about it, man. Drake's music don't hit the same. You feel me? Like K-Dot said, like, you know, superpower is getting neutralized. Like, or something around in silence. I can only sit around in silence. His powers got neutralized, bro. It's like everybody had gotten the spell broken. You feel me? Now we're seeing him in a whole new light, and you know, his songs could have been the same as they've always been. After nothing was the same, of course, you know what I'm saying? Because that's just when people are just on Drake ball sack, you feel me? Songs could have been the same since then. But now that this happened, it's like, you know, we're not looking through Drake colored glasses no more. You know, he dropped 3 songs. No, actually, he dropped the 100 gigs thing, you know what I'm saying, with a bunch of songs, you know what I'm saying? And now he's like just laying out songs just for people to hear, you know what I'm saying? See what sticks. I mean, he's lucky because he's been sort of doing that, dropping 2 songs. I remember it was God's Plan and Omerta or something. But he also dropped Scary Hours or 3 songs, you know what I'm saying? See which one would stick, and then we go with that one. So he's lucky he's been doing that because he doesn't usually do that. You know what I'm saying? A song he drops, the internet will stop. The internet will crash. Or they say, yeah, the internet would... I forgot what they said, but it's like, you know, like when Kim Kardashian dropped that one picture of her in the magazine and the internet, what they say, the internet crashed, the internet stopped or something. Anyways, That's what would happen. But now it's barely even making waves, bro. Barely making waves in a tide pool. Like, I saw this, like, 3 songs he dropped, man. They barely even broke the top 10 on the Billboard. So I think he wants round two to try and gain back that momentum. You know what I'm saying? So that way he wants to win that, so that way people can start looking at him through Drake colored glasses again. You know what I'm saying? They could get drunk on Drake again. Because, like, yeah, people sobered up to him now. But either case, man, it's sad. It's sorry. And the fact that people are hyping up the round two, man, it's like, so you admit that he lost round one. And that round one was the main event. It was the main thing. Round two, round three, round four ain't shit compared to round one. You feel me? Because round one was that oh snap moment. This is happening. But let's get straight on into the video, bruh. Let's go.
Since the climax of the Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef, and since I last spoke about it on my channel, a lot has happened. On Kendrick's side, he's really only done 2 things. But if this was a boxing match, it would be like him landing 2 massive right hooks after he noticed Drake's legs started to wobble. Obviously, the first thing he did was host the Pop-Out concert
was
back
a knockout.
on Juneteenth. Here we saw Kendrick perform for over an hour and a half. And this was the first
No,
time
Not
we
Like
would
Us
see
was
him
knockout,
since he
but-
released the hit record Not Like Us.
Know what I'm saying.
Obviously, the crowd was sold out. It felt like a very big moment. Dr. Dre introduces him and he comes out to set the tone with Euphoria. Kendrick would then go on to perform some of his biggest hits from Humble to DNA, Money Trees, and All Right to name a few.
And it's like, I've seen Kendrick in concert before, but this feels like a whole new caliber. This feels like superstar status. Like, this makes me want to see him now because he's a superstar, Taylor Swift status now. Like, I've never seen him in concert before. It's crazy. It's crazy what different tiers could have people look at you like.
Also play 616 in LA, and even bring Dr. Dre back out to perform Still Dre and California Love. Now obviously the highlight of this concert and the moment that everyone was kind of waiting for was when Kendrick would perform Not Like Us, spinning the #1 record in the world 6 times as the crowd sang every word back to him every single time. Now with every playing of this record, Kendrick would bring a bigger and bigger crowd out on stage, with people both famous and culturally affiliated up there to dance on Drake's grave. And during this concert, Drake fans everywhere were scrambling, very upset that an arena full of people, including LeBron James, were rapping along to their GOAT being called a PDF file.
Drake takes you and like, am I letting you down?
Yeah, what'd I tell you?
What did you say to him?
He said that I can never let you down.
Drake fans in general have been unwell since the destruction of Drake began. Like, it's been almost 4 months since the inception of the direct beef, and many of his bot fan pages have been crying ever since, with some of them becoming so delusional that they actually think Drake won. Amongst the Drake dick riders, Akademiks is obviously the most famous, even creating a separate Twitter page for the sole purpose of creating positive Drake propaganda and a ton of Kendrick slander. Several times.
Now, be known, like, if you know, you know already, but Akademiks TV is not really ran by Akademiks. It's ran by this dude who's also on IG, and I follow him, and honestly, I don't know why I still follow him. It's because he posts good posts other than the Drake posts, but man, his Drake posts are super Krispy Kreme, bro. Pause. You feel me? Glaze. I'm talking about, like, this dude be ball washing Drake's nuts and leaving them shiny, bro. You feel me? Like, oh my god, it's so disgusting, disturbing the way, you know what I'm saying, the way you're talking about that round two too, man. I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? You even said that, like, oh, Drake giving us a bunch of songs, like, y'all still gotta wait a year for Kendrick Lamar. I'm like, people wait weeks to months for any artist to drop because they know It's quality over quantity. Every time their artist drops, that's why they're their favorite artists, because it's like they drop quality bodies of work. But now Drake is putting quantity over quality, and y'all eating it up like it's that. I'm like, y'all not skewing the vision. Y'all are not skewing the vision. True fans know, like, the hold an artist has. And if they drop continuously like that, even the fans will know that the quality's starting to go down. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'll say even on some Taylor Swift status stuff, man. If Taylor Swift kept dropping songs like every day for 5 years, eventually people will get tired of it. Now, I digress. I don't know. I don't know for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're just going to have to see that. Taylor Swift dropping songs every day for 5 years. 5 years, every day. I'd like to experiment with that hypothesis right there. But it's like, bro, hell nah, man. Let's say, who's my favorite artist? I don't really have a favorite artist at that time. Let's just say if Moneybagg Yo were to drop a song every single day. Okay, now trap artists, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're different. They could drop a song every day and still well, no, I think even with trap artists, I guess, you know what I'm saying? They drop the song every day for 5 years. Yeah, eventually, you know, I'll get tired of them, you know what I'm saying? Or I'll just choose certain songs I like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but eventually I get tired of, like, yo, Moneybagg again, man. Like, yo, son, I've been off that fool for, like, what? This is the third year he dropped a song every day. I've been off that fool for, like, the past year now. You feel me? Like, he's getting oversaturated. You feel me? Overplayed, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, well, what would they say? Over something. Overplayed, oversaturated. But yeah, bruh. Drake's oversaturating.
Having to delete tweets in a very embarrassing fashion because they were straight up lies trying to make Kendrick's relationship look like it's falling apart. And we will get back to that, as well as the other allegation that Kendrick's best friend Dave Free is the father of his kid, here in a second. But for now, let's talk about what Drake has been up to, because the guy's been a mess. At first, he kept going out of his way to try and push this narrative that Kendrick's diss record was only #1 and only broke records on YouTube and Spotify because of bots that he paid for. He did this via a Kickstream chat room where he wrote in, "Hey Pragmatic, can we take it back to 2022? Can you backdoor Eddie like Spotify backdoored the streams for that one song from that one guy?" And of course, academics would run with this narrative for weeks, trying to spread it around online. Shit. Like, he even went as far as to interview a 16-year-old kid who claimed he was the one who got these alleged botted streams for Kendrick.
So somebody reaches out to you for 30 million streams. What'd you tell them? How much money?
So I was promised payments after, but up front I was promised $5K.
Okay.
They told me it was for a big artist. Promised $5K up front. Okay.
He became what he called out Metro for.
And then I was also promised after the song performed, I was also going to receive, you know, a little percentage of the song, so points on the song. They also, the reason they did it is because they also needed that song to win.
Now, academics would later have to eat the crow and admit that he talked to someone with some background information over at Spotify who claims all the Kendrick streams were legit.
Now, alright, I'll be honest with you. I talked to my man from Spotify. I won't say the name right now. But legit Spotify nigga, he said, "Hey, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know what that person on your stream was talking about. Them Kendrick streams is real."
And to me, not only did this theory seem pretty far-fetched from the start, but let's also not forget how the streaming services have favored Drake in insane ways over the years. Now, ever since the public perception was that Drake lost, he has done everything in his power to try and show how unbothered he is by both Not Like Us, but also by the beatdown in general. Going bowling under the name 69 God, continuing his bot narrative, and releasing some really average songs. Like, I'm talking about the Drake stimulus package potentially no longer existing. None of these mini songs he's released even came close to sniffing the
92
number one
on the
spot,
Hot
and most of them
100?
fell off the charts just as fast as they went on. Comparing this to the past, when Drake would give an artist a feature, it was almost a guaranteed smash hit. Like even a Young Thug and 21 Savage feature couldn't help him get there, as their song would peak at 28. He would even deploy Lil Yachty to help him push this unbothered narrative.
He really did. He didn't give a.
Really?
No, he was
No,
genuinely unfazed. I respected it a lot, and I talked to him. That shit didn't bother him. As it shouldn't.
His face. Andrew Schultz's face. He's
All
like,
of this
oh,
has not
really?
stopped Drake fans from coping with this loss in the saddest ways possible.
I think that people had a weird moment. People were supporting a weird record. I've said this from day one. I'm like, yo, bro, I just don't. That message, I cannot dance and groove to that message of that record.
That just makes you, my brother.
And seeming like he lost and he wasn't a part of all of that was bullshit. It was just some shit that people made up, tried to make a real thing, tried to throw into the game.
It worked.
It did not.
Why did Drake, who has dominated the last 15 years of my life, have to remind us? Because that record worked.
No, I'm telling you, it's because people were caught up in a moment. They were caught in a moment.
Kendrick smoked it.
Yes, but when you say he lost, what did he lose? He didn't lose anything.
The battle.
Music-wise,
The
what did he
feud.
lose? Music-wise, what did he lose?
The battle. Cool.
And Aubrey's Angels would
The
even
battle.
turn on
Some
me,
guy off
claiming I am
screen.
mentally ill for my interest and ability to cash in on one of the biggest moments in hip-hop history. Like the sheer irony of someone who has an entire page dedicated to dick riding Drake calling me out for actually making money on my personal opinion on this situation is hilarious. Like, this dude wakes up every day gargling Drake's nuts and defending him for hours, but
Like
I'm the one with
Listerine.
the issue. Not DJ Academics, not all these other Drake meat riders who have not shut the fuck up for 1 second. I mean, they even tried to make it seem like I am who Kendrick is talking about when he says it's what the culture's feeling. But it's like, no, I'm not the
Dude. Yeah, don't even worry about those type of those people being up on the internet. They're not outside. They might see the videos of people dancing in the club, but they're not physically outside seeing this, being in those type of environments. You know what I'm saying? Like, they might see videos of that on their phone heading back home, like, from wherever they come from, you know what I'm saying? But it's like they mostly be at home, mostly be up on the internet. Trust me, and especially with a profile picture like this.
Who
Not that.
not shut the fuck up for 1 second. I mean, they even
This a PFP like that. Oh, that's that's a nigga that's been inside, or like throughout like most of his life, bro. Saying this is the cult, like, bro. Go watch your anime. You feel me? I mean, I watch anime too, but go watch some, like, you know those animes that aren't as popular, you know what I'm saying? Those underground animes. Go watch your underground anime or something, bro. You feel me? Cause you is not out here for real.
even tried to make it seem like I am who Kendrick is talking about when he says it's what the culture's feeling. But it's like, no, I'm not the culture.
I spit
I'm
on
just
that.
a big fan of hip-hop who loves to see two titans from my generation finally go head-to-head, after obviously sneak dissing each other for like the last decade. These guys are the culture though, and they weren't rocking with Drake, with some of them being his good friends in the past. Now, something else that Drake would do is create this alt Instagram page, while also releasing some
Naked
behind-the-scenes
Offense is
footage
crazy work,
and a
too.
ton of unheard songs and demos. And to be honest, this 100-gigabyte drive that he continues to update has not really had the online impact
can
that I
update
felt he
it.
thought it would. I mean, don't get me wrong, as a big fan of hip-hop and as a fan of Drake, it is cool to see some of these behind-the-scenes looks, but I feel like I haven't really seen anybody talking about it, or it generating any sort of excitement. At least not what you would expect from a massive drop like that from Drake.
One thing I'll say about all of these Drake drops is it's feeling very, very, very uneventful. Like, Drake's music, it really marks a time, you know what I mean? It marks a time, it marks a moment. It's special, you feel me? And these leaks or these drops or however they're doing them, it's just really uneventful.
I will say it's beyond clear to me at this point that there were many people in all sorts of industries who really felt like Drake has disrespectfully overstayed his welcome in the game. Like, if one conspiracy is true in all of this, I think it's definitely that. Whether you're talking about the dude who used to own Twitter or Serena Williams' husband.
You know, everybody is very, very excited about the elimination of Drake.
Now, something else that has come out about Drake is more controversy, as What's the Dirt pretty much pulled his file and found some very interesting stuff regarding more questionable activity with at the time minors, including Bella Hadid and Madison Breer.
Though his house that he has a bathtub that is literally the size of this room. And it's gigantic and so dope. I was like sitting in it, I was like, can I just lay here and like chill?
I even found some footage of this exact Drake Memorial Day party where you can tell that the women in attendance, to me, don't really look like grown women. I mean, come on, guys. Like, I'm a fair man, but, like, I'm not even assuming here. Like, these are clearly teenagers, right? Here he is in St. Bart's at a New Year's Eve yacht party, and what we can easily conclude about this party is that teenage girls were definitely in attendance because there's clear evidence of this happening.
I got back from St. Bart's on Monday. Basically, it was an after party that we got invited to. It was on the Vava. So many cool people there. We talked with Drake for a little bit.
She lied to her parents to go there.
This girl was born on February 5th, 2004, which would mean she was only 17 years old during this yacht party.
Oh, she did lie to her parents.
And that 150 supermodels in it. And I think that Kendrick knows something about these parties.
And y'all should definitely go check his full video out, because there's a whole lot of Easter eggs in there regarding the peculiar things that Drake has done over the years, and how Kendrick subtly wove them into these diss records. I did also want to note here that Drake has been linked to this creepy streamer.
This is my homegirl from Toronto right here. Rate her stream right.
Alright.
This is my homegirl. She is
Yeah,
very
no, I saw some clips of her, man.
She's very crazy.
Who has been asking unsuspecting individuals to get nude on stream using one of those video chat websites that connects you to a random person, while also not divulging that she
Like
is
Omegle.
streaming to thousands of people, and obviously not verifying ages.
Except for
You are so pretty. How old are you?
high schoolers.
Oh, you're so pretty. Do you want to flash each other?
Oh, yeah, I mean, Omegle for high schoolers,
I
too.
feel like you and I can solidify this friendship and flash each other. What do you think? He's streaming. No, I wouldn't get you to flash.
I'll say it's for middle
Why do you
schoolers.
get so freaky on here, Snow? Like, what? Why is that? Like, why do you?
I literally tell people I'm a guy. It's just funny trying to get people to get freaky, and then you tell them you're a guy, and they still don't feel away. They still want to do crazy shit.
Now, Kendrick's other major hook that he would land was with the Not Like Us video, which has amassed over 111 million views as I write this. The video itself is riddled with slick imagery and allusions to various Drake allegations, and of course some not so subtle jabs thrown in there. In this video, Kendrick once again brings out quite a few people from Compton to dance on Drake's grave. You got Kendrick even trolling the imagery from the Family Matters video in this scene. You got him doing these push-ups in what looks to be some sort of isolated set. You also have him whooping the Al Pinata's ass with the disclaimer that no OV hoes were harmed during the making of this video. Which I don't know if that's necessarily true, as so many of Drake's fans were still crying like a redheaded stepchild. People were speculating that these storage containers were an allusion to Drake's potential involvement with human trafficking, and you also get a DeMar DeRozan appearance here. Obviously, with him being mentioned in the song, this was not surprising, but it should be noted that he used to apparently have a pretty good relationship with Drake back when he played for the Raptors.
You went to Drake after you were traded. What did you guys talk about?
Besides basketball and everything, just the reassurance of, like, you know, that was my partner. That was a friend. That was a friend of mine. No matter what, you know, when it come to him, he'll forever have a friend in me and loyalty out of me.
Then we get Kendrick responding to the family drama allegations with his wife and children, and it's quite obvious that these are both his biological kids. Like, you cannot fake those years. That is genetics. He has his wife dancing on Drake's grave over the line about it being God's plan to show them the liar. Like,
She
this
be
is all he had to
gigging
say
too, man.
about a pretty unfounded rumor regarding their relationship. It's not really like Drake, where you have several young girls talking about their personal connections with him. Not to mention that this music video is directed by the person Drake claims to be the father of Kendrick's baby, his best friend Dave Free. People are also clowning Drake when this music video came out, saying that he could never do this with his family, because not only was his hand forced when he revealed his son due to the Pusha T beef, But we also know that the woman he got pregnant was a corn star whose image he was trying to clean up. People were also noting how Drake was trying to break up families with this beef. And bringing
Whoa,
up this
that
clip
picture's
where Pusha
crazy
talked
work.
about how Drake looks at family relationships in general.
What is the real issue with you in marriage? So then now I gotta dig deeper into who the person is. Now I gotta dig in and see, what are y'all like? What's your family like? Oh, your dad left you at 5. Oh, I get that. He never walked you to the bus stop. You're mad about this. You know, your mom, she never remarried. Oh, you don't even know what like family is. So of course you don't dig marriage.
And lastly, we got the symbolism with the light-skinned owl in the cage, which I think is Kendrick's way of
Light-skinned
saying
owl.
that he has the control
Wow.
now, and
Now I
that
see
he
it that-
essentially
like
has
that.
Drake trapped in the corner. Now, while this music video premiered on YouTube and started trending online, Michael Rubin's White Party for the Elite was also going on. And of course, Drake and many other celebrities were in attendance. Apparently, Drake was
You
nervous
insert the
about
camera.
this, and he pulled up with a massive entourage.
In reality, I heard that Drake showed up there. All that bullshit about niggas got limited amount of tickets. I heard they gave Drake about 20 tickets. He showed up with all his goons, and he was in there looking to see what's popping with anybody who had static. You might have to do a pop out with 20 niggas. Like, yo, what's popping? What's going on here? What's going on here? What y'all doing? Certified what, nigga? What'd you say? Yeah.
And many people noted that Drake was looking around a decade older than usual in these photos. Like, this man is pushing 40 years old. I think it's time for him to stop calling himself the boy. Also, to me, this party's just always screamed weird Illuminati shit going on. Y'all know P. Diddy used to host these things, so enough said there. Throughout this beef, and even in the aftermath, my main takeaway was actually how stark the contrast is between these two superstar rappers. You have one dude addicted to fame, power, and all that it entails, and the other seeming to try and live as normal of a life as he can. And at the end of the day, Drake ended up with a seriously damaged ego, in my opinion, and the way he has decided to move since his loss has been desperate. From leaking his own songs to test the waters of public opinion, to using DJ Academics and other streamers as his mouthpiece, it really all tells me
Facts.
that he doesn't know what to do at this point. Like back when he went to war with Pusha T.
Like, I feel like at times even Academics hypes Drake up, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'll be crazy enough to even say he inspires Drake. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like even Drake needs to hear that. You know what I'm saying? I get that feeling sometimes because it's like, yo, I know Drake. I know Drake, man. Like, yeah, he be unhinged and he be looking towards people like Academics. You know what I'm saying? The way he be justifying situations. I'm saying justifying a whole lot of situations. To be like, yeah, you know, Academics is right about that. Yeah, guys.
Clearly lost. It was like, okay, I'm gonna use LeBron's podcast to try and clean up this kid situation, then I'm gonna go ahead and drop a couple of hits, and it was really all good. Most casual fans could care less. And I actually think it's in his best interest to go away for a little bit, make the people miss him again, and then he's gotta come back dropping absolute hits. Because the songs he's put out lately and been featured on have had almost no momentum outside of his fans. I mean, don't get me wrong, overall he will be fine and he will continue to be one of the biggest artists on the planet. But to me, this is where we might start to see the downward momentum of Drake's career really begin. And realistically, that probably would have been the case either way, as the dude has been on top since I was entering high school. But I do think this beef really sped up that process and exposed some of the biggest kinks in Drake's armor that seemed bulletproof for such a long time. Now, unless something absolutely crazy happens, this will probably be my last Drake video for quite a long time. But I
I
did
doubt
kind of
it.
want to wrap a bow on this entire thing. I will say that Drake has claimed on his fake Instagram that apparently Game 2 is coming and he's gonna win.
I'll put it in the front page, back page, middle page, wherever. Headliners, column 1 or 2, we will win game 2. Back it off. We will win game 2.
So this might not be the last we see of this beef. And overall, I don't want to see Drake crumble. I do hope that he goes on to make some good music for his fans. Obviously, I do have some questions about some of his nasty behavior over the years. But those are questions we likely will not get answers to for a very long time. I do feel like Kendrick has a crazy, more commercial, damn type of album on the way. So I'm excited for that as well. And overall, the most pathetic thing about this whole situation to me hasn't actually been Drake, but his delusional fans. Like, this shit ended 4 months ago,
Facts.
and they are crying day in and day out, scrambling on Twitter trying to defend their GOAT. And I just find it hilarious. It's actually the main reason I'm dropping this video right here. But either way, I do want to thank you guys for subscribing and dropping a like on today's video. But as you guys know, it's been your boy, the Tan Superman, and some other rap.
Alright, you guys, so you heard it from Jamari's mouth, man. Pause. Drake is still losing. Yeah, bro. Like he said, the saddest thing about this whole thing are the Drake stans, bro. And again, like I said in the beginning of the video, it's like, I don't know why I still follow Academics' Little Lackey, you know what I'm saying? I mean, of course I know why, because he makes posts that are, the ones that are not about Drake, they're actually like valid, they're good, and they're hella funny, you know what I'm saying? But the ones about Drake, bro, just makes me want to click that unfollow so quick, bro. It's like, bro, I'm so tired of like looking through my feed and seeing like Krispy Kreme donuts every single day. Only like once every 2 weeks I get hankering for some Krispy Kreme donuts, but not every single day, bro. I ain't trying to get diabetic, bro. I ain't trying to see my dentist every other week. Stop with the glaze. And not only that, he detriments K-Dot on those Drake posts. Oh, can K-Dot drop 3 songs every single week like Drake does? That's my goal. Like, nigga, does a nigga really want to hear 3 songs every week? Again, like I said, if it goes on for like 5 years, yeah, it might be hype for like a good month or 2. But dude, by month 3, it's like, and especially if they're not even, you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, how long can you keep up this charade? I mean, I'm pretty sure you keep it up for a long ass time, but people have already looked through it. I mean, I can only imagine, because I swear I'd be sifting through his comments, and it's like, bro, be hearting comments that got like 1 to 2 likes out of ones that got 700, 800, 2,000, 5,000 likes, and he be liking the ones that got 2 likes, bro. That bad. Y'all let me know your thoughts about all this down in the comment section down below. It's Boomer. You're watching Bali Star. Leave a like, support the video if you enjoy it. Subscribe if you're new. I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. 100. Oh! Yeah.